What's up, everyone? Welcome to KMS Reloaded episode 12. Let's get it. All right, so the show starts off today. The guys start talking about the guys start talking about the guy with the Twitter account. The guys start off the show today by talking about the Twitter account, who tweeted it guy between. So the guys start the show today by talking about a Twitter account. They talk about the guy that has the account, or girl, girl that has the account, that is who tweeted it. So the guys start off the show today talking a little Twitter talk. There is a Minifan, for anyone that hasn't seen it yet, on Twitter, that he has an account. Anytime someone posts something from the Kirk Minahan Show main Twitter account, he basically asks a poll question: was this intern Harrison or was it baby Dick Dave? Was it average size Dick Dave?
It is not a micro penis.
Because this account's funny and because it's talking about his micro penis, Dave mutes the account. Kirk then tells him that he's not allowed to silence any Minifans anymore, that he's not allowed to be that gatekeeping asshole on Twitter. So hopefully he sticks by that. Kirk seems like he's got his eyes on the prize, so thank you, Kirk Minahan. At least someone on the Kirk Minahan Show is looking out for us, because we all know it ain't that needle dick fucking snake producer of yours.
It is not a micro penis.
Then we learn that Dave is backing out of yet another trip. He is backing out of the trip to Barstool Sports. Is anyone surprised? It seems like Kirk's kind of giving him an out. It seems like he's got work that he's doing. Maybe he's actually doing something concrete. I'm just going out on a limb. I have no idea what he's doing, but I'm just willing to bet. But when Kirk gets back from New York, he's just, sorry, Kirk, whatever I was working on, it just didn't work out. I should have went to New York. That's probably what we're going to hear from Dave Average Dick Cullinane.
It is not a micro penis.
So then when they're doing all this Barstool talk, Dave starts bitching to Kirk about Kirk not returning his fucking phone calls. To hear Dave Cullinane talk about that's fucking rich. That is just so rich to hear Dave Cullinane complain about not returning phone calls. I don't even know what to say about that without rehashing all the stupid shit I've already said on this show before. But to hear fucking Dave say that, it's like, hey, pot, meet the kettle. It's at this point in the show where Dave starts to backtrack on the micro penis talk. He says that it's average, but yet he refuses to give a size. He refuses to say how big it is. This is my thing for Mr. David. So this is my plan there, Dave. Put on some nice, tight Tommy Johns, right? They show off the package really well. And just take your phone, just snap us a little picture, right? Go in the bathroom, snap a little picture. We'll settle it once and for all. If you don't look like a Ken doll with Tommy Johns on, then we'll know that you're good, bro, and you can put this right to bed. So I'm looking forward to seeing that picture. Don't think we're going to. Dave, how do you not know how to measure a dick? Of course I got. Why is it that every time I'm talking like this is when people, I got company? Yep. Someone sees me with a camera. There is literally a fucking whole pond. This pond is fucking massive. And there's literally a whole pond. There is some fucking weirdo sitting on a little stupid peninsula jutting out into this shithole fucking pond. There's nobody here. I am the only person here. And the obsession with people that love to fucking come over all of a sudden and just bother you, it is like fucking insane. It drives me fucking nuts. It literally drives me fucking nuts. Whatever, I don't even give a shit. Fuck it. They come over here, they don't like what they hear, that's on them. Dave starts saying like he doesn't know how to measure a dick. This is the guy that built that piece of shit fucking cross for the live show. So, I mean, he at least does know how to measure stuff. So like the idea that Dave doesn't know what he's talking about, doesn't know how to measure his dick, it's just so fucking stupid. He's just such a dumbass. Oh my God. To hear him backtrack, it's so fucking funny. I enjoyed that so much. That is so much better than him just owning it, is him just like backtracking on it. Fucking Dave. This whole time Dave is saying he doesn't know what a micro penis is, but yet at the end of the bit, he knows that it's the size of a nub. So for a guy who doesn't seem to know about anything about measuring, about definitions of micro penis, he seems to know an awful lot about the definition sometimes in the conversation. So then the guys start talking about Herschel Walker. He's running for some fucking political office somewhere, and who gives a shit. And he was on Sean Hannity, another fucking moron. That guy's on my TV every fucking night I gotta hear my deaf fucking dad play that goddamn guy's voice. Oh my God. Sean Hannity is one of those guys that you wonder how the fuck people even can tolerate him night after night after night after night. I just don't fucking get it. I just don't understand it. But Herschel Walker's on Sean Hannity, and I'll give Sean Hannity a little credit. He does ask him at least a tough question, and he asks him about his abortion bullshit that he's got going on. Herschel Walker's response to it is great. He says, well, I send out a lot of cards. Oh my God. And then Hannity asks him about a $700 check with his name on it. Well, I send out a lot of checks. Does anyone not believe that Herschel Walker fucking paid this bitch to snip snip? Actually, it's more not a snip snip. It's more like a... That's it. I did it for you guys. Then Herschel Walker's kid just puts him on blast. His kid will tell you the truth a lot more than Sean Hannity will ever extract out of Herschel Walker. The guys start talking about a movie that bombed. The whiplash effect is basically typical woke leftist bullshit that they're blaming it on the fact that not because the movie sucked or that the plot wasn't interesting or that the characters were boring. They said it's because middle America hates certain people, and that's why this movie bombed. I mean, how many times are we gonna go over this same shit over and over and over and over again? These Hollywood elites, they're so fucking pompous that they think that it's impossible for them to make a shitty product. That if something comes out and it doesn't do well, it's not because it sucked, it's because everyone hates them because, for in this guy's example, because they're gay. Again, you know, whether it's female Ghostbusters or any of that stupid fucking bullshit. Same shit, different day. Kirk touches on it briefly, but look what they did to the comedy genre. How many of you guys out there would love to see, myself included, would love to see another one of these super bad type comedies? Or even anyone who's a little bit older, like my age, or even Kirk's age, that old fuck. Something like Blazing Saddles, something like Porky's. Like, you will never, ever, ever get that again. I mean, even Tropic Thunder, something like that would never be made today, let alone something like Blazing Saddles. If you've never seen Blazing Saddles or Porky's, like, turn off this video and go watch them. They're classics, especially Porky's. Porky's is a fucking amazing movie. Then real quick, the guys mention another sex scandal. Apparently this time it's involving soccer players, and Kirk asked an interesting question that I don't really have an answer for. Should male coaches be allowed to coach teenage women? Just this alone will sound sexist. Are there enough willing, qualified women that want to do those types of things? So if you said all men can't coach teenage girls, are there enough female coaches out there willing to do that? I don't know. I'm genuinely asking the question. Yeah, that's a tough one, man. And the only thing I'll say that I think Kirk kind of misses, that, well, maybe he doesn't miss, maybe he was just doing a bit, but Blind Mike definitely gets it. It's not about Catholicism or Boy Scouts or anything like that. It's about power. That's the key thing here. It's anytime people are in a position of power, this is what happens. The idea that this isn't happening in like the Muslim world, for example, or something like that, is just silly. Of course you know what's going on. You just don't hear about it because of the closed-knit nature of those societies. Anytime you have men in power, they're gonna do fucked up shit like this. It's not an excuse, it's just how men are. Men are fucking scumbags. But I mean, they also build rocket ships, so I mean, what are you gonna do? Real quick, the guys touch on Howard Stern. Howard Stern left his cave after 2 years, which is anyone believing that Howard Stern hasn't left in 2 years? This guy is so fucking full of shit. I don't believe that for a second, and anyone else who does is a moron. The idea that Howard Stern wasn't going out meeting with his boys, meeting with his buddies, meeting with people, all that type of shit. Just that idea that he wasn't doing that is just fucking stupid. Of course he was meeting with people. And then the guy has the balls to like give Robin a hard time. It goes to show you how up their own ass these people are, where they think that they could just fucking tell people what they could do. Like, you're gonna tell another grown ass woman about whether she should go to a fucking concert or not, or a live event. Yep. And this person just keeps getting closer and closer and closer. I mean, it's like, look at this, ready? Look at this. Just look. Got this whole fucking place to myself. Whole place to myself, right? And someone's gotta walk right fucking next to me and start taking pictures. All right, so Now we can get back to recording our fucking video, apparently. It really never ceases to amaze me the fucking shit that people will do, but, you know, that's why this world's full of fucking idiots. The guy started talking Coolio real quick. We already talked about this, but I guess he died of aggressive asthma, which is just hilarious. Like, no one believes that fucking Coolio died of aggressive asthma. I said this on the last show, but anytime any of these druggies, these long-time druggies, anytime they ever die, it's always of a respiratory thing. You always try to see that he died of natural causes, of some pulmonary reason or some bullshit like that, but it's always lung-related, and it's always because the guy was a druggie. Whether it was Coolio, Bernie Mac, Rick James is another one. I think Rick James was a pulmonary thing. But again, long time life of drugs that'll kill you in your 50s. You pay for it eventually. Not saying it's not sad or anything, but the idea that he died of natural causes is not, it's not true at all. And then the guys talk about how big Coolio is real quick. And I grew up at that time, I was big into rap. I used to have all the cassettes. That's how old I am. And I remember mommy and daddy buying me the soundtrack to Dangerous Minds so I could get that song, Gangsta's Paradise. He was always known as a joke to the real rap community back then. Like, nobody in the real rappers, like the hardcore rappers, the gangster rappers, they had no fucking respect for Coolio. They used to shit out him all the time. Honestly, it was all the kids that looked like me that were Coolio fans that were getting all their white fucking parents to buy the cassette tapes. Coolio may have been big, but he was also like a joke. He wasn't ever taken seriously. R.I.P. Coolio, though. So the guys started talking about Barstool Sports. I guess someone in the HR department, they made a list of all the nicest people in the office. They made a hated list. Kirk would definitely be on the top of that one. I don't know. I think it was Dave that said that he wouldn't even make it because no one knows who he is. That's so fucking stupid. It's not even funny. Then the conversation pivots real quick to the guys talking about their trip to the Barstool office on Thursday, tomorrow. They talk about how they wish they had someone that could follow Kirk around with a camera, get the footage for the fans. Yeah, it would be really cool if you guys knew someone that didn't have a job that could do that for you guys. Really, that'd be really interesting. I'm sure the fans would love to see that. Kirk tells a story about him flipping a little kid off when he was like a teenager, and it's, come on, who hasn't done that? I remember doing that all the time. I remember I used to throw stuff at kids when they used to get off the bus stop. Then the guys briefly touch on parents, violence, and kids sporting events, which I always found this was like some Freudian tale of you ever want to see if some parent has had a bad day at the office or a bad week at the office, just go to his kid's fucking soccer game. I mean, that's what a lot of this stuff is. A lot of it is, like Kirk said, a lot of it is when I was in a youth, I sucked at sports, so I'm gonna try to live out my lack of sports aptitude through my kid. But a lot of it is these people who just have no outlet. They have no way to get their frustrations out, so they try to beat the fuck out of some soccer ref on Sunday morning. I'm willing to bet, too, that all the people that do argue with these refs and all that type of stuff, that if you look into their personal lives, you would see that you would not be surprised. Is there any surprise that some spawn from the drunk Cullinane breed is mouthing off to fucking people at a sporting event? Handle the puck! Pass the puck! You have such a lack of self-awareness if you think that by doing that, you're gonna help your kid. That's essentially just saying, everyone look at me, look what a great parent I am. We learned that Big Jack does not like risque jokes at his daughter's wedding. If there's any example of someone being so fucking full of themselves, and surprise, it's a Cullinane, you're at your kid's wedding, you know, it's not your wedding, it's your kid's wedding. I don't care if you paid for it or not. It has nothing to do with you. And you're gonna insert yourself and put your fucking stupid feelings in front of your daughter and her new husband having a good time. I wonder where Dave got his snake behavior from. By the way, that's definitely micro-penis behavior. If you're getting mad at hearing about some guy tooling up your daughter, that's little dick behavior. Then Kirk says that Dave should have been a miscarriage, basically implying that the best part of Dave ran down the crack of his mother's ass. So I thought that was a really good line by Kirk. This show, Dave didn't bring a lot to the show. Even Mike didn't bring a lot to the show, but Kirk, of course, Maniac Kirk, just saving the show, just making the show hilarious, creating content where there was none. And it should be a really interesting trip for him when he goes to New York tomorrow. I'm really looking forward to that. I'm sure he's gonna get himself into trouble. I just wish he had some backup there, because Dave abandoned him. Dave abandoned Daddy. All right, so that's it for KMS Reloaded episode 12, and I will see you guys next time. Take it easy.
It is not a micro penis.
No big deal, no hard feelings. Good luck. Fuck you!